There was no mention of Steph Curry or Klay Thompson. They just specifically spoke about the brass, so that they didn't get into whether the teammates got involved or which side they were on, et cetera. I'm not sure if that was strategic or they just didn't go there in the conversation. But any closing remarks that you want to make?
Or was it
Well,
edited out?
number one, I'm unapologetically not going to hold Klay Thompson as accountable. He's had some other issues like his injuries to deal with. He's been incredibly preoccupied. Remember, he got injured in the same series that Draymond got. I'm sorry, that KD got injured in. So he's been preoccupied over the last couple of years. This is Steph Curry's franchise. He's the face of the franchise. All I'm saying is that where was he while all of this was going on, since KD brought up the comparisons of watching Last Dance and watching players get on Scottie Pippen and coming together. Matter of fact, Max, Bill Cartwright, you had people in there crying to Scottie Pippen, like, how could you do this to us? That's how hurt they were. That's how let down they were by him. Nobody said anything to Draymond from a player's perspective that we know of, okay? So I'm just saying the question. I don't know what Steph Curry did. I just know that I find it conspicuous that his name isn't even mentioned in any of this. That's too shady to me. I don't trust that.
It's hard to talk Golden State Warriors and not say the word Steph Curry.
Right, that's right. Yeah. The other, outside of that, I just want to applaud my brothers, Draymond Green and KD. Listen, man, they don't have to do this. You know, yeah, you're doing your podcast and all that stuff, but I appreciate their honesty, and I think it's a lesson for all of us in the media to recognize. Listen, when you got cats that are going to take the time to talk to you, not that they were doing that here because they were talking to each other and not the media, but prioritize being trustworthy. When they tell you something, quote them accurately, in its proper context, and guard that. Because that's how you encourage. See, I can be hardcore. And the reason why I can be hardcore is because I know all you got to do is pick up the phone or see me face to face and you have a conversation. I swear to God, if I'm wrong, I'm going to say I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong publicly, I'm not going to apologize privately. I'm going to apologize publicly because that's what men do. And when you have those kind of conversations and you cultivate that relationship and you make sure you let them understand, I'm trying to let you tell a story. I'm not trying to tell it for you. Then they'll be more receptive to communicating with you moving forward. To be honest with you, I'm just giving you a trick of the trade because that's how I've gotten to where that I am. Because you can say what you want about me. You don't have to. I don't give a damn who likes me or who hates me or who loves me or whatever. But I damn sure care about trust. There is no one, I repeat, no one that can look me in my face ever in my career spanning nearly 30 years and say that I wasn't trustworthy. I say what I mean and I mean what I say. And it's to your face, not just behind your back. And they respect that. And we just got to make sure that we respect them as well by appreciating their honesty and their candor.
As I said, it felt like a turning point to me. That's how significant I felt the interview was. KD is a superstar, not only maybe the best athlete in the world, but a fascinating guy who is worthwhile to listen to. And I mentioned all the smoke, like Matt Barnes, Steven Jackson. These guys do really good work, really interesting stuff. But it's even another level when the principal characters are still active, discussing what just happened with that level of candor. It was a bombshell, and everyone knew it would be, and it lived up to the billing. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.